Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video. As you guys can see, we have the tomahawk steak ribeye that we showed you guys yesterday, and then over here we have some already finished cutting up as practice. As you guys can see, they are not the perfect ones, but we got some practice on that so that we can show you guys the more actual better way to cut a ribeye steak. So some things you want to note is that usually you aren't supposed to cut it off from the bone, but it's because we don't have a grill and our pans aren't big enough, so we have to cut it off in order to fit it into the pans. And when you're deboning a ribeye, it would be better to have a thin knife so that it can glide along the bone better, but our knife is a teeny tiny bit too wide, so it's going to be kind of hard to glide along the bone. But if your knife is too wide, there's no need to worry. Even though there's going to be extra meat on the bone, you can just cook the entire bone for the bone marrow and also the leftover meat on top. So now let's just begin the cutting process. First off, you want to find where the bone is. For this one, it's over here on this line. Usually it's going to be sliced in half if you buy it from the market or buy it anywhere, unless you buy it like entire ribs. So each section will be cut in half through the bone, so you just want to look for the bone marrow and then the white bone parts. It's usually pretty easy to find, and then you just want to have your knife around near the top, and then you just want to glide inwards. Just start to slide inwards and try to follow the bone. And if you have a sharp knife, it usually should be easy enough, because if you have a sharp knife, then the knife will naturally just follow along the bone as you cut, and you just have to let the knife do the work. Don't try to move it out of the way too much, and the knife will
show you the way. You understand?
And then if you feel like there's a bone blocking your way, then you just want to go outwards a little bit and then go back in, because that might be a bone splinter or a piece of bone that is blocking you. Even though, of course, higher level ribeyes won't have this problem, but sometimes if you just buy it from the market, that is definitely a problem that you might encounter. So once you see the end of the bone, just cut downwards and you have the bone separated from the meat. So of course, this extra meat, either you will want to discard of it or just cook the entire bone to keep the meat and also the bone marrow if you want to have that. So that is how you debone a tomahawk ribeye steak or any kind of ribeye steak. I hope that helped you guys. So we're gonna finish up with that one, and I will see you guys when we finish cooking the ribeye steaks. Hey guys, so now we're gonna cook the fish eggs, also known as fish rolls. So they are actually pretty easy to cook. The way you want to cook them is basically you can cook them any way you want, as long as you can get them thoroughly heated up and not have them break apart, because if you have experience eating or cooking these, then you will know fish eggs are really a very big pain in the ass if they break apart. So if they break apart, the individual eggs might fall apart, which is gonna end up in a worse final looking presentation. But if you don't care about presentations, then that won't be a problem for you, so you can feel free to try any way you like. If you do, comment down below which way you tried and how was the presentation and the final look. So now let's put them in the pan, and I will see you guys when they're in the pan and heat it up. Hey guys, so we're in the kitchen, and as you guys can see, these are the fish eggs. These are what they look in the pan, and actually the veins are pretty obvious, the blood veins of the fish eggs themselves. And if you were wondering, if you haven't seen or eaten fish eggs before, they're actually not wrapped in any kind of skin or anything else. That's something you would find in sausages, but this is actually what fish eggs actually look like. This is the entire thing that comes out from the fish itself, their bodies itself. So they're also very tender, so you will see how it tastes like later. And then after it's well done, we're gonna put it on some cabbage shreds, which is how the Japanese restaurants typically put it. So I will see you guys when we finish cooking the fish eggs. Okay, so we are back at our touring station, which is this storage area, and then our next dish would be the beef. And the entire plate of beef, I right now realize that an entire plate of beef does not look too yummy, but when you dig into it, you will definitely find out how good it actually tastes. So let's take a piece that is decently red. So this was a tomahawk steak. The meat is very tender, but I think one of the biggest problem with this method of cooking is because we don't have a grill, so we could only put it in a pan. So the pan, it actually makes the meat create moisture, which is basically water. And you know, when you actually cook the beef in water, it actually doesn't taste that good. It has that moisty taste, but it's still beef. I still like beef, so it's good. But I think it would be even better if we could like have a grill to grill it on, which would give it a more smoky flavor and more of a beefy taste. And then this is the gigantic piece of bone with some meat on it, so okay, that is hard. Okay, so as you guys can see, if you have a big enough mouth, you can actually just tear the entire thing off. And let's show you a cross section of the piece of meat. So as you guys can see, the inside is pretty yellow, pretty red. It's pretty rare, just medium rare, just perfect. The tendons and the muscle parts, they're really chewy, but they don't get stuck in your teeth, which is something I really like about this beef. So that's it for the beef. Let's move on to the next dish. Hey guys, so we have our next dish here. As you guys can see, we're not holding it because it is steaming hot. It just got finished. It's the scallops and also sweet peppers and also some fungus. So let's take a taste test of the scallop, and let us hope it does not scorch our mouth. Oh, that is pretty hot right here. It's very tender. The fibers don't get stuck in your teeth. I'm not sure if it's real or not actually, because to be honest, I haven't ever tasted real scallops. And even if I have, I wouldn't know, because what foods are real these days anyway. But anyway, this is the scallop dish, and scallops are tender. The taste is really overwhelming. I like it. I like strong seasoning, so that's it for this one. Let's move on to the next dish. Hey guys, so this is the last dish we're gonna do an explanation on, and then the final part will be a cinematic of the entire dinner table. And then this is the fish eggs or fish rolls, and we have 3 of them here. The first one here is just classical mayonnaise. This one is honey mustard mayonnaise, and this is like the Thousand Island sauce, which is a sauce that is commonly used and commonly known in Taiwan, but I don't think you all foreigners will know that. But anyways, I don't think we'll be doing a taste test because everyone is pretty hungry waiting outside from the train rides, from the chores from today. So we're just gonna bring it outside, eat it, devour it, and then hopefully the cinematics won't have too many finished dishes. So I will see you guys next time. If you guys liked it, hit the like button, comment down below, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching.
Love in 1,000 different flavors. I wish that I could taste them all night. No, I ain't got no dinner plans, so you should bring all your friends. I swear that to all of y'all my type. All you girls in here, if you're feeling thirsty, come on, take a sip, 'cause you know what I'm serving. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah. Drink. Swalla la la. Drink.